that the state is an idea. The people viewed as agents of the state, the lawmakers, police, and military, would not be able to maintain their positions without the consent of the population. If a significant portion of the population, the exact percentage of which I am not sure, is opposed to a given state, then the people who make up that state will not be able to command the population as a whole. The consent need not be deeply held patriotic fervor. Simply keeping your mouth shut and paying your taxes and not giving matters of state much thought works just fine. The fact that the state is just an idea was seen very starkly during the fall of the Soviet Union. In June of 1991, Boris Yeltsin won the country's first democratic election and became the president of Russia. Mikhail Gorbachev was the general secretary of the Soviet Union as a whole. In August that year, the new Union Treaty, which would reform the Soviet Union into a confederation of states with a uniform military and foreign policy, was going to be signed. On August 19th, a group of hardline communists commanded some troops to prevent the signing of the treaty. As the troops approached the White House, which was the parliament of the Russian Republic, a large crowd formed to prevent the troops from entering the building. Gorbachev had already been placed under house arrest by the army. On August 19th, Yeltsin climbed on top of one of the tanks and addressed the crowd, and on August 21st, the troops were ordered to attack the White House. As the troops moved to attack the building, they were met by blockades and some partisans. The troops killed 3 partisans, which stormed a mechanized infantry vehicle, then abandoned that vehicle, which was then destroyed. No soldiers were killed, but the soldiers withdrew anyway. And then the Soviet Union dissolved very quickly after that. It's an interesting story that can be explained in much more depth, but the principle to be derived from this event was just how obvious it was that it was a battle of psychic construct. You had the authority of the generals who organized the coup, the authority of Gorbachev, the authority of Yeltsin, and the authority of the Russian protesters, the people, and all of these authorities are mere projections. The idea that Boris Yeltsin was president of Russia is nothing more than a story which the agents who followed his orders believed in, and which the petty bureaucrats also believed in, and which the people of Russia largely believed in. Thus, because the people believed that story, they would follow what he said, or in disputes with each other they would cite Yeltsin as an authority when presenting their case. The idea that the generals were generals was another story. The lower officers believe that the generals are generals, and so will cite orders from the generals when telling the privates what to do, or as evidence when they have disputes with other officers, etc. And when you see these stories for what they are, stories, and events surrounding the fall of the Soviet Union appear as an expression of mass insanity. When I read these events, I recognize that there is no such thing as the General Secretary of the Soviet Union, and that there is no such thing as the Soviet Union except as a mass hallucination. The mythology of the Soviet Union fell apart as technology made the world more interconnected. It wasn't so much defeated as outgrown. In the early days, to a bunch of pre-industrial and largely illiterate peasants, the story of the state was titanic and fantastic, but as time went on, people could see the West. Technology allowed for people in what was called the Soviet Union to see what was going on just a few miles away in West Germany, people that they could talk to, and so the Soviet Union, the story of, was eroded. Why would the lives of a mass of people called Russians be affected by killing Boris Yeltsin, this man picked as team captain for the Russians? How does preventing a piece of paper from being signed, with symbols which have completely subjective meaning, prevent the mass of Russians changing who they obeyed? When one team captures their opponent's flag, what? But of course the events at some building where some guy scribbles some symbols on a piece of paper only has significance if the fantasy of the state is believed. And when you consciously recognize the state as a fantasy, as a story, you will see that you are surrounded by mystics and live in a dark age. Hopefully, as technology gets more and more advanced, the state altogether will be outgrown. Individuals can see the entire planet. They can do a Google search for any product, food, or drug and see the health ratings at Consumers Report. This was not possible when the FDA was founded. The uninsured are getting doctor visits at Walmart for $45. The idea of a state monopoly on currency is being questioned more and more, and people are realizing it's no more real money than Chuck E. Cheese tickets. In fact, Chuck E. Cheese tickets probably inflate a lot less. Gangsterism and various fanaticisms are becoming increasingly marginalized, a relic. Nuclear weapons render conventional armies obsolete. People can see each other. The veil is being lifted, and it's not scary.
don't think that